Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Wrestling Doesn't Make Sense, the show where me and John talk about professional wrestling and how silly it can be sometimes and how, whatever. So we're going to do that today. Last week, I saw a very strange thing, John. Let's discuss it. It
Mm-hmm.
was It was no. I gotta clarify this by saying I do not watch the Being the Elite show by the Young Bucks, because I don't care much for the Young Bucks. I think that opinion has been made pretty clear on the show. Not a big fan. I don't like their kind of waiting in place for something to happen, or their no selling, or their nonsensical matches. Not a big fan overall.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't been a big fan for a long time. But that's beside the point. So last week I saw that the Young Bucks have some new merchandise out. They apparently did a show of their Being the Elite, did an episode of the show Being the Elite, where one of them talked about how much of a Christian he was, and then they made a T-shirt with two hands together like they were praying, and it says Christian AF along the top of it. Christian AF, I believe, and like I said, I haven't watched the show, so perhaps I am mistaken about this, but I believe Christian AF stands for Christian as fuck.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I can't imagine them coming up with a different acronym for that. You know what I mean? Like Christian and farts. Like I don't know what the AF is other than as fuck. Like it couldn't be anything other than that, right?
Christian and fudge.
Christian and faith. Oh, we did it. Oh, we
Oh,
fucking did it. Maybe that's what it stands for. If that is what it stands for, why didn't they write that?
yeah. What's the deal?
Yeah, why wouldn't you write the and faith bit? That's important too. Also, Christian and faith doesn't make any sense grammatically either, so I guess forget that. But like the phrase Christian as fuck, does that make sense to you?
I'll be honest. That's not really making a lot of sense at all. It's like two different things that don't belong together being smashed together in some sort of unnatural way.
Right, because you're not really supposed to swear
Yeah.
if you're a Christian. Because I know a guy who really is a Christian. Maybe he's listening. So hello if you're listening. And he doesn't swear, which is really funny because he comes up with like other swear words, which is ends up being funnier than the actual swear words. You know what I mean? Like that's probably the way we should go about business. Um, but I can't imagine him, uh, jumping for joy at the prospects of getting his hands on one of these T-shirts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's something very strange and braggadocious about announcing to everybody just how hardcore of a Christian you are, whenever that has no bearing on your job as a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, where does that tie in? You know what I mean? The Young Bucks are professional wrestlers, and I haven't watched All Elite Wrestling in a long time. And like I said, I haven't watched their Being the Elite show, but I don't think up to this point their religion has really been brought into the storyline of the Young Bucks, because that is not at all relevant in wrestling ever. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have to go, like, I don't know when they've really brought religion into it. I mean, there was one specific time a couple of years ago where Vince McMahon very braggadociously decided he wanted to get God involved in his pro wrestling company, which, if you're going to do it, fucking go out and do it. You know what I mean? If you're going to bring religion into it, fucking go nuts.
Absolutely.
Try to book God. Like, like he went so balls to the wall that I can't even critique it.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, hey, Also, if you're gonna find a tag team partner for Shawn Michaels, God's a pretty good one.
Absolutely, and undefeated as well, isn't he?
Right. Like I don't know if he's been beaten. Maybe like a count out or something. I don't know, but he's doing pretty well for himself. So you know what I mean? Like that's the way to do it. Fucking
Yeah.
go balls to the wall if you're gonna do it. And also like they didn't. And again, correct me if I'm wrong because it does seem a little bit like something Vince McMahon would do. But I don't remember them making T-shirts about this.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
Well,
if they did, we probably would remember
I feel like we would have, but now I'm like, why didn't they make T-shirts about it?
it.
You know. Um, but I dare say the T-shirts they made would have been a little bit better than two hands and the words Christian AF
Hmm.
on over the top of them. So today's episode is just us kind of, well, me, I guess, talking about how stupid this is. I think it's a really stupid thing. It's very strange to bring religion into anything. Do you know what I mean? a
Yeah.
lot a lot of times it's very especially in pro wrestling because there isn't really a whole precedent about that, like, and also they don't, like I said, they don't seem to have brought their religion into pro wrestling. Instead they just seem to be selling a t-shirt based on their religion,
Mm-hmm.
which seems a little bit like exploitation to me,
Yeah, yeah.
where they're using their own religion in order to make money, and it seems to have no other benefit. Why else would you put this shirt out? Like, why suddenly now would you go, I'm a Christian? It seems out of the blue to me.
Well, I think they have always been Christian, like conservatives, kind of that sort of good old Christian boy kind of things. But
Right.
um,
But like, so lots of people are, but they don't wear it in their fucking shirts, right? You can tell an awful lot about a person by the kind of garbage they put, the kind of slogans they put on their shirts. Like,
hmm
I really just like wearing, cause I'm that kind of fucking person. I like wearing band t-shirts, but mainly of like bands I've seen live.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in a way, it's just me being a fucking braggart and going, "Well, I saw Guns N' Roses live. Fuck you," you know. Um, which sometimes they're really cool shirts, and I'm like, I just want it. But a lot of the time, it's like, yeah, I went to this gig. What about it? You know,
hmm
because I'm a prick, right?
No,
Hap-
I do that as well.
oh well, there you go. Well, does that mean that both of us are pricks, or neither of us are pricks?
Let's go for the latter.
Okay, let's do that. Um, but like that's very different for me, like going to my job wearing a shirt that says fuck Jesus on it, right? Because I'm not a religious man.
hmm
And if I don't see why I should have to make that known to everybody, because I don't think anybody cares, right?
Yeah.
I would much rather people knew that I see Pearl Jam in concert than what my opinions on organized religion are. That's much more important to me. Yes, I
hmm
have seen Pearl Jam live in concert twice. I'm very proud of it. They were really fucking good. Um, although I didn't get a, did I get a? Oh, I did get a T-shirt the first time. All right, sorry. I'm like, I haven't worn that shirt in so long. I gotta go find that Pearl Jam shirt. Um, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, I think this is a silly. It's just weird to me, and I don't know about you, but
Well,
you know,
I mean, like religion is such a subjective thing as well. Like, everyone has their own opinion on it, and some people, you know, uh, hardcore believers in God and whatnot, and then you get people who have different faiths and stuff, and then you get people who don't believe in anything at all. So like, it just seems like a weird sort of like subject to be kind of putting forward and making t-shirts about. Like,
right?
I mean, it's cool that they're proud to
It's
be
very sweet.
Christians.
It's very
Yeah,
sweet.
like we don't take anything away from that, and like if
Yeah.
that's what they believe, then go for it. That's cool. You believe what you want to believe, and get the most out of it that you can. But that doesn't mean you should monetize it. Like, I mean, wasn't there like a whole story about Jesus like going into some sort of marketplace or like
Yeah,
temple or something, and then
that's my
seeing,
favorite. It's my favorite story of Jesus, and that's not a joke. Because like, if you read the Bible, the best, honest to God, the best bits are the Jesus stories.
yeah,
They're the best bits. They tell the best stories and they have the best morals. And my favorite one of those is when Jesus goes to the marketplace and he goes to the temple and he sees all these people trading at it.
mm,
Um, and he's like, I can't believe you're using this place to peddle your wares. And that's like the one time you see him flip out. Like he gets angry,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and it proves that that there's layers to Jesus's character, and to be that passionate about something is admirable
mm-hmm,
if it's directed the right way, And Jesus, represented a lot of different things. So yes, that is a very important story. The fact that Jesus did not want to see the church's name being monetized or used to sell products in that way.
yeah,
You are entirely correct. But also, if I may go back to an earlier example I used, if I have my "Fuck Jesus" T-shirt on, and like I
mm-hmm,
said, I think Jesus is probably the best character in the Bible, the most well-rounded for sure, the most interesting. If you read in the book, he's the most interesting character,
right,
right? I don't think that can be debated. But imagine I was wearing a "Fuck Jesus" T-shirt
mm-hmm,
and I was walking around town, right? Now I know that I don't believe in Jesus or God or organized religion, for example.
yeah.
While I'm wearing that shirt, I know this. But don't you think that other people could look at this shirt and think that that's me being like deliberately provocative?
Well,
That's me saying this is what I think about your religion
have
without having to
you
say it. They just see me come and they're like, this is what I think. Deal with it.
have you ever heard of Cradle of Filth,
Yes.
band from way back in the day who had a T-shirt of like I think it was like a nun sort of masturbating to a cross with Jesus is a cunt written on the back, and
What did it say?
Jesus is a cunt. And yeah, that didn't go down particularly well.
Right,
And
because it
it's
like
just
it,
like the other end of the spectrum, isn't it?
but you could see why people would think that that's provocative.
Yeah.
Like you could see why people would be like, well, obviously you could see why people would take offense to that because there's a lot going on with that fucking shirt. Wow, they didn't let up for it. Like exactly, if you're gonna do it, fucking go for it. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They really knew who, but like that the reason they did that was deliberately to cause offense and to cause a ruckus and to
mm,
make people think about what they're saying. It made people come out and either start to defend their own religion or on the flip side say it's just a fucking t-shirt, right?
mm-hmm.
um but yeah, again, you could totally flip that the other way and say that's profiting off a religion, which it is.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And I don't really agree with that either. As funny as I may have found that shirt to be, it's still quite provocative, and it's basically making other people, because some people have short fuses, and
Mm-hmm.
you also know that with those people who have short fuses, they often believe very strongly in something, and it's going to be very easy to provoke them into an argument.
Yeah.
So if I wore a shirt that said "fuck Jesus" on it, and somebody came up to me and was like, "Dude, I love Jesus. How dare you?" I could go on Twitter later and go, "Can you believe somebody was hassling me because of my shirt?"
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Which is total bullshit on my part because I wore the shirt to begin with. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to take a little bit of accountability.
Yeah,
You know
definitely.
what all those cunts, and I'm sorry for being so harsh with that one, but all those cunts who like wear those fucking "Make America Great Again" hats and then complain when they get harassed in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
those hats are deliberately provocative. They're made specifically by a person who wants to divide your country and does that in stupid ways like this that people fall for. And then they
Mm-hmm.
think that their human rights are being eroded by the other people in the street and not by the person who sold them the fucking hat, which is where their problem is, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like this shirt while you could easily say that it's a very sweet thing that the Young Bucks are showing that they love their God, and that's very nice. There are other ways to do that without being so, like, obviously money hungry and so obviously like it is provocative. It's not outright saying to hell with anybody who isn't a Christian, but it's also like a giant shining beacon that says, I love my Jesus. He's, this. I love this. This is it. I'm a good Christian. So, well, I don't want to say Christian Southern boy, but I'm a good Christian American boy, and I believe in my faith. And no other religion is gonna come over here and to make me change my mind. You know what I mean? Like that's the attitude that gives off.
Oh, there's a certain arrogance as well. Like, I'm Christian as fuck. I'm better than you.
Right. I'm not just a Christian. I'm so much a Christian that I had to spend $30 on the shirt to make you real, not including postage and packaging.
Yeah.
Really make it very, very clear that I'm a Christian. It's just weird, man. Just what a fucking weird thing to do. And like, so many fucking weird things have happened in wrestling this year. So many. We're only in June. We're like halfway through the year, and then the Young Bucks just come out with this. I'm like, is this really the time?
Yeah.
Do we really need to have this debate over? Like, who was sitting at home and going, God, I wonder what religion the Young Bucks are. So I'm not sure, and I really need to know this, otherwise my life will not be complete. And if they are Christians like I am, God, I wonder if I could like express that somehow, to really show that I also am a Christian, but not just any Christian. I'm like a really strong, like, I'm a big old Christian, but I don't know how to accurately sum it up in a catchy phrase, And it turns out neither do the Young Bucks. Because they went with Christian AF. Oh, God, the more I think about this, it just, it boggles my mind, dude.
Yeah, but
Christian AF.
Part of me thinks, though, it's not so much a case of them trying to be provocative or whatever, but like, because AEW themselves have like a big, like they've only been around for a year, but they've got like many instances where they just put out a lot of shitty shirts where they just like catch on to anything that gets any sort of buzz or becomes a meme or whatever, and then run it into the ground, like the whole little bit of the bubbly thing, or
the worst shirt that ever existed.
Yeah, it's horrendous. And like they've done shirts for like Jericho wearing the cone on his head, like
God, that one sucked.
Like, what? Who the fuck is buying these shitty shirts? Really, I mean.
That also brings up another really interesting point about All Elite Wrestling, is that their fan base is very like hardcore, which is fair. You want to be passionate about something you like. I understand that completely. But when you have a fan base like that, I can totally see people in the company going like, let's test this a little bit. Let's see just how loyal these people are. They want to support the company. The best way to support a little company, an independent company like that, is to buy their merchandise, or T-shirts, or other bric-a-brac, what have you. So let's see how hardcore they are by giving them some of the worst shirts that have ever existed, and just see if people buy it.
Yeah.
And I guess they fucking have. What's this one? I've got a ticket. I'm looking up. I've typed in like bad All Elite Wrestling shirts, and it's a picture of Jericho, much like the bubbly one. It's like a kind of cut out picture of Jericho holding a ticket, but it's only got his torso.
Okay.
So you just see like right the arms, and then torso just all cut out, and then his face, and it says I've got a ticket, and that is the shirt.
Right.
Quality stuff here. But I mean, we could probably go for a while just talking about height. And WWE have definitely put out some pretty bad shirts in their time.
Oh yeah, do you remember those NXT shirts that started coming out? I think it was last year, which looked like some intern had made them up on Paint or something.
Some of them not so good.
Mm.
Um, but they've also put out some really fucking kick-ass shirts too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and very few of them were like, go Christianity. Very few, if any.
I can't think of any, no. I
Off
mean,
the top of my head, dude, I can't think of a single one.
Shawn Michaels had some with like crosses on and stuff, but like it wasn't in your
Yeah,
face or anything
but
about
it
it.
also said Shawn Michaels on it.
Yeah.
Right? It was like Shawn Michaels believes in Jesus. And you're like, good for him. That's his prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair enough. Whereas these ones are not quite the same.
No, definitely not.
Not quite the same. Um so yeah, I don't know, man. This is gonna be the kind of thing that's gonna keep me giggling for a long time. Like I'll just think about what a shitty thing this is. You know,
Yeah.
like this, like we said, dude. Like All Elite Wrestling to put on some bad shirts in their time. This is like one of the worst, if not the worst. Cause like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? I don't know. It's funny and like terrifying in the same breath. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, those people who don't like it whenever you talk about certain things. Like if you're on Twitter, and somebody would be like, what are you bringing religion into this? What are you bringing like politics into this for?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those are the same fuckers that are gonna buy this shirt.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you're like, well, what are you bringing religion into wrestling for? It's not cool. What the fuck, man? But that's not gonna hold any sway, is it?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's ridiculous. Um, so yeah, I really wanted to talk about this shirt. Oh, there it is. I find the fucking traffic cone one. Holy shit, that is abysmal.
It's just so lazy.
Oh god, that's bad. There are actually some shirts that don't look that bad here.
But
I
like I
mean, I
say,
mean, you have to look for quite a while. The Britt Baker one, holy fuck.
yeah, I'm
And
not.
not the go. This is not one of the good ones. Oh my god.
I
What?
really like the inner circle one, which is like the appetite for destruction kind of.
Yeah, but like fucking that's Guns N' Roses design.
Yeah.
They did that. Any old fucking cunt. I gotta find whenever this is a Britt Baker shirt that I
Oh
find.
yeah.
Well, dude, what the fuck? Who would wear that? Can you imagine spending $30 on that and then proudly like walking around town with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, dude. Like that's these guys got to take responsibility for something. Where are they gonna draw the line? What are they not gonna fucking monetize? I can't wait to see like the next T-shirt. It's gonna be like one of the Young Bucks like taking a bite out of a Mars bar, and it's gonna be I just love Mars bars. And I'm like, well, fair enough. Mars bars AF, if you will.
Indeed.
Um, I mean that's a good look for them. Maybe they should go. Maybe they should think about um, trying to get advertisement like that. Oh, the Jurassic Express one I really like, but that's because it's a ripoff of Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
You seen that one?
Yeah.
But again, like that's a fucking ripoff of something that existed 30 years ago. So maybe do a little better. It's throwbacks or it's bullshit. Come on, guys, or it's religion. I don't know. Jen, you want to say about this fucking shirt?
Well, yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it's unnecessary. It's I don't know, just so forced as well. Like, I mean, if you watch a Young Bucks match, you expect to see a lot of contrived spots and sort of spots which are quite forced and stuff and not quite natural or as you'd expect to see in a tag team match with one of the best tag teams in the world. So the fact that they are contrived in the ring doesn't it doesn't really surprise me that they're contrived and out of the ring as well with shirts like this. I mean, it's very on brand for them.
Right, I suppose that's true. I can't really fault them too much when really we should have seen something like this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't, yeah, like I've said before, not a big fan of the Young Bucks anyway. And I don't want people to think that I'm slagging them off because I don't like them personally, because I don't know them. I don't fucking know the Young Bucks. I don't like their matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I call me a maverick if you will, but that's how I judge like who I like in professional wrestling, is that whether or not I enjoy the professional wrestling matches. That's a big factor for me. I know I'm a crazy one. Promos are the other reason. Those are the two big factors. And from what I've seen from the Young Bucks, two of them really have not given me anything I should be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
So like on that frame, like I don't care that they're Christians because like that's no skin off my nose. I don't see why they should use their platform as professional wrestlers to make that known, and also to try and like peddle it on other people. Yeah. I think that's the one thing that I don't get, is that I don't get the connection between professional wrestling. I don't see why they have to make a shirt like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just the whole making money off religion makes me uneasy anyway. It's not a good road to go down.
Yeah.
But like the Young Bucks, they've made more money than I ever will. Whether or not that makes them successful businessmen or not, you be the judge. But no, I don't really like where things are heading with the Young Bucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a road that they've been on for a long time, and in a certain way, like I can kind of respect the hustle that they've had to do to, go from where they were, like as a team that basically Impact didn't know what to do with back in the day. They kind of used them as jobbers and stuff, and
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, but they had them like sat on the sidelines and not earning money or anything for a while as well. So
which was a good move on TNA's part, it seems.
Yeah. But yeah, like to go from that sort of position to being executive vice presidents or whatever they are in AEW, like they've come a long way. So they must be doing something right in terms of how they've kind of gone from one extreme to the other. But yeah, I
mean, you could say that. I hold the right to disagree with that. I can see that as a tag team they've put a lot of work in. I'm not gonna sit here and deny the fact that they haven't put a lot of work into what they do in the professional wrestling industry, right?
Yeah,
that's fair. But I'll just leave that there, I think. Without going any further into it, because again, like I don't want to. I'm here to slag off their awful T-shirt.
Yeah.
And their questionable business decisions with this, which I don't agree with. But I'm happy to be proven wrong somehow if somebody can give me a logical reason why this is totally cool. But I await that response with bated breath. You have no idea. I'm very excited. So anything else you want to say about the Young Bucks or stupid ass T-shirts, or All Elite Wrestling stupid ass T-shirts, or about bringing religion into wrestling unnecessarily, or trying to profit off religion for no reason? Any of those topics?
I mean, that's a bit of a loaded gun. Just to, stop doing it, dickheads.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, stop doing it, you fucking pricks. You're gonna do it with that. So there you go. Hopefully, the Young Bucks have listened to this and they will respond by mercilessly ripping us apart savagely in their next episode of Being the Elite, which I'm sure is a wonderful watch.
Yeah, but we're not gonna watch it, so fuck them.
Yeah, we wouldn't even fucking know. They could have been making fun of us for fucking 3 years. I have no fucking idea because I don't watch the show. You know? Well, fuck them, right?
Yeah, that's the Christian thing to do.
Well, Christian as fuck, so why not
Yeah.
fuck? They started it, fired the first shot. They brought the F word into this, so it's fair game. Cool. So, guys, keep on the lookout for Christian as fuck shirts. You keep on the lookout for our new range of religious shirts. Let's try to think of some good ones. What would be better than Christian as fuck? I'm Jewish, and I like it. No, that's not snappy enough. What about Buddhism rules?
Oh, that's a good one. You could do that you could do it like a Hulkamania style like shirt.
Oh, I I was thinking of like a guy with a notebook and he's got a ruler and he's like marking it out. Buddhism rules, you know. Oh, there's so many other religions. I can't think of a snappy. You gotta hand it to the Young Bucks. Boy, they came up with a snappy slogan pretty quick, didn't they? Christian as fuck. I can't think of a good one. Jewish is all hell. Does that work?
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the same. What other religions are there?
Buddhism.
It did Buddhism. Is that religion?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like it's a way of life, but I don't know if they class it as a religion. How do you qualify a religion? Does it mean like you believe in a godlike deity, or is it more of a collection of people who come together under the same belief system?
Well, I know over here in the UK you can put down Jedi as your religion, so.
I mean, you should, but they don't really count that.
No, I don't really know how it works.
See, these are the questions, so I think we're a little bit too unqualified to answer. But we'll find that out. Anyway, guys, look out for our new shirts coming out soon. They're gonna be, I mean, if the Young Bucks can exploit religion for monetary gain, I don't see why we shouldn't.
Absolutely.
If it's good enough for the Bucks, it's good enough for the common man. People who really work their way up from the streets, just like the Young Bucks did.
Exactly. Get our hustle on. Exactly.
And our faith in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This is going to be a very blasphemous episode. Oh, dear. Yeah, before we wrap things up, I'd like to say that, we didn't mean any offense to any Christians, although I don't think any Christians are going to be offensive because we didn't say anything bad about Christianity.
No.
We said everything bad about the Young Bucks being pricks. So, you guys are on our side. Anyway, fuck the Young Bucks. Yeah, but I just really wanted to talk about that shirt. But I think that's the show.
I think so.
That was a good one. One of our more productive shows. So listen, guys, that's our episode for this week. But yeah, make sure to stick around. And dude, do me a favor, share some of the craziest All Elite Wrestling shirts that you've seen in the comments and stuff. Let's have a look at them. I'm gonna put some of them all the way through this video for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess we'll see you guys in the next episode. So goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good life. I don't fucking know.